Hey, it's Murray from Easy Life, and you guys are watching the Music Enthusiast.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Music Enthusiast, and then I'm here with Murray from Easy Life. How are you?
I'm so good, man. How are you?
Very good. So, what time is it where you're at? What have you been up to today?
So it is 4 o'clock. I'm in London. It is the hottest day ever, maybe ever. I'm sure it's been hotter before, but it's 39 degrees, and for England, that's like crazy. All the trains have stopped running in London. Like no one's gone to work. It's like a ghost town, and it is so fucking hot. Oh my god,
Oh my
it's
God.
really hot. It's really hot, and I've never. It's definitely I can't remember it ever being this hot in England. So that's what's going on. So I'm out here in my flat, sweating, drinking loads of water, trying to get through the day.
Good. You gotta stay hydrated. I haven't been drinking
Mm-hmm.
lots of water. I drink coffee mostly, so I probably should get on that.
Oh damn, yeah, you definitely need to like switch some of the coffee for water. If I drink too much coffee, it just gives me anxiety.
Yeah, I feel that, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I hear that.
So you grew up on music, really. You grew up with like Abba in the house, the Bee Gees, like you
Mm-hmm.
were not on social media. You still aren't, which is amazing. So what was it like growing up in such a musical household, and what is your most fondest musical memory?
Yeah, so my parents weren't like massively into music. They like obviously we listened to a lot of music in the house, but they didn't play themselves. My older brother, Ben, he got me into music properly, really, because he started playing the piano when we were kids.
Mhm.
So we had like this piano in the house, and he would always be playing that. And after watching him play it, I started playing it too. Um, some of my like earliest memories are watching him play the piano. But also, my fondest musical memory was I don't know, growing up, my mum always used to have Abba in the car. So whenever like she'd take me somewhere, we'd always play it and like sing along. And I know that's super lame, but I know like every single one of their songs because of that. So yeah, I'm pretty fond of those memories. Me and my mum used to kill it, and we still do. Like whenever I see her, like we listen to Abba. It's really cute.
Yeah, totally. And that's sort of like brings back to your music now. Music is so fun and so uplifting, even though like the lyrics are literally so sad sometimes. It's like that Abba
Yeah,
influence, just like the positivity always.
I think so. Like I've always been amazed with ABBA's ability to, yeah, it feels so uplifting. Every ABBA song is like, so cheesy and so like feel good. But actually, if you read their lyrics are so sad. And I think Easy Life does that same thing like quite well. At our shows and stuff, it's all about a good time and everyone partying together. But actually, on paper, the lyrics read a lot sadder than that. But I don't know. I always think it's a safer environment to talk about sad stuff if you're feeling positive about it. If you're feeling like really anxious and already like introvert, then it's quite hard to talk about your feelings. So I try and like create a safe space, like by having the music be so upbeat.
Yeah, it's an easy life.
Yeah, maybe.
And like with Becky
Yeah.
on the record and with Kevin Abstract, like it's looking like it's the record with the most collabs ever. So was this intentional, or did these just like come when the song?
It was a bit of both. I think when we did our first album, we always wanted it just to be easy life because we didn't want to like dilute it or like have any outside influence. But now we've done the first record. On the second one, we've made so many friends along the journey with all the touring we've been doing. It just felt good to have those people come and sing and share songs together. So yeah, I mean, it still feels like really easy life. Don't get me wrong. I don't think we've diluted it at all. It's just more that I think we're just open to collaboration with friends and like I don't know. All of those people that you've just mentioned, everyone on the album's pretty much like we're all in the same lane. We all do a similar kind of thing, except we're all from different places in the world. So it felt like quite a fun idea to like put us all on an album and like share that space together.
And the album is literally like a miniature like toy playset. So
Yeah.
like how was this made? Like, who made the toy set, and what was it like seeing it in person?
Oh man, so a really good friend of mine called Will Child. He is a animator and like a claymation guy. He he's from Leeds originally, but he lives in Bristol now. But I reached out to him about 2 years ago, maybe like right at the very start when I first started working on the album. Um, I wanted to start work on the visuals as well, so I wasn't just doing like the music and the visuals separately. I wanted those two things to like coexist. So I reached out to Will. We got talking about how we wanted to make this little perfect universe where everything just was, idyllic and made sense. And maybe in another life, like that place actually exists, sort of thing. And yeah, he built it all in miniature. I think the ratio is like I think it's either 1 to 25 or 1 to 50, but it's really small, like it's tiny. And then he took like 3 months to make it, and also to make the Dear Miss Holloway video, which is obviously really time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he was like losing his mind, bless him. It took him so long, and there was so many details and so much he had to include, and we were going back and forth, but he absolutely smashed it, and I'm so happy with it. And that Dear Miss Holloway video is just crazy. I can't believe like it's all made out of clay. But yeah, we were really lucky because when it finished, he invited us all down to the studio, and we were able to like get photos with like the miniature, like
Yeah.
our little characters, and like we'd like hang out like inside like this little doll's house that I'd made, not inside but like around it and in the gardens. And like, yeah, it's crazy. It's mad to actually see it in real life because it's just so tiny.
I have so much admiration for people who make claymation, because I know
Mm,
it's literally like you like make a hair like in a different place, and you take a picture and
yeah,
do it again over and over again. Like, it's crazy.
it's crazy. Yeah, there's 24, he does 24 frames a second, so it's literally, yeah, 24 pictures in every second. And the music video is like 3.5 minutes, so it's like thousands and thousands of tiny little tweaks. It's crazy. Oh my god.
Well, props to him.
But yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, he's a legend. He's a legend for like staying enthusiastic throughout the process, because it did go on for like months, and I felt bad for him, but he loves it. I've got mad respect for people who do claymation as well, because it's such a like, the attention to detail is crazy.
Totally. I totally agree with that. You mentioned how this album was started to make 2 years ago. So which song was the first to make, and which one was the
Hmm.
last to make as well?
Maybe it was slightly less. I get confused with the time. I think maybe like slightly less than 2 months, 2 years, maybe like 18 months or close to a year actually. I'm trying to think. The first song was Dear Miss Holloway. That
Wow.
was the first one we did. And I wrote that with a couple friends actually. Luca and Sanj and my friend Rob. I ended up making a lot of the record with Luca and Sanj in the end because I really liked the style of what we were making. But yeah, first made Dear Miss Holloway, and that like kind of cemented the aesthetic of the whole album sonically, because beforehand we'd been making quite I don't know, kind of like warm and cozy kind of songs, whereas Dear Miss Holloway felt a little bit more kind of like classic, like the chords and the sounds. It's quite 70s, quite yeah, kind of like classic songwriting. So we did that one, and I was completely obsessed with it. And then after that, I was like, right, I want to make a whole album that sounds like this, and that's pretty much what we did.
And on the album cover as well, the address is 22. Is this because the album was released this year, or is there another reason why? Or is it just a random number?
Yeah, that is pretty much the reason. We were we were like weren't sure basically. It's really funny, at the end of the whole process, we had like this little circular badge on this doll's house,
Mm-hmm.
and it had originally had like a cross on it, like a Christian kind of cross or whatever. And we were like, I don't think we can really have that, so we needed to change it, but we had like no time. So we're like, fuck, what do we do? And we just ended up doing 22 because yeah, it's released in 22. And like on old buildings, they have like the date written on at the top. So we felt like it was, but it's not that deep. It's definitely not that deep, sadly.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I'm glad I was right on that. Like, my um And beeswax as well, like it's a claymation photo of a bee. I was
Hmm.
wondering if this bee is theoretically in the cover art for the album somewhere.
Oh, we wanted to put it in, but it's obviously so like the scale wouldn't work because the bee
Yeah,
is actually quite big. The bee would probably be like the same size or bigger than like the cars and the or the trees. The
that's
bee is like
terrifying.
probably like the size of my head or like my fist, maybe. Like it's quite a big little guy. But yeah, it was amazing. I need to get that bee actually. I want to put it in my studio, but I think Will will probably want to keep it at his house as well. So, but yeah, no, we made the claymation bee. That was actually I can't remember when we made that. We made that quite early on because beeswax has been about for a while, and we realized that we were doing this whole claymation thing. So we wanted all the artwork to be in clay, so it all just kind of feels quite, of the same world.
Easy Life has literally been everywhere. Like between the cover arts, you've been in space, you've been in a restaurant, on the couch. Like, where are you gonna go next? Like,
Oh, it's funny. That's funny. I think we've always been like something I'm really into is like building these little worlds around the releases. Like the visuals and the art, like are really crucial to the way that the music is perceived and how it's digested. So like, yeah, when we did spaceships, all the sounds kind of sounded quite alien and synthy. So we like made this whole spaceships idea, and we were all dressed in space costumes. And then Life's a Beach was really easy going, and it was like released in summer, so we went for the beach vibe. And this time it's kind of like this weird claymation Disney universe. I don't really know where we're going next, but like I'm obsessed with making these miniature worlds. I don't know. I honestly, we're running out of ideas, aren't we? We've pretty much done everything, but rest assured, I'll definitely find something for the next album. I just don't know what it is yet. I haven't even started thinking about it, to be honest.
you gotta go to like another universe or something where there's more
I
things.
know. Yeah, maybe we could just do like Mars, or we could still do space, but like with aliens or some shit. I don't know.
Really cool. That'd be really cool. And
Yeah, maybe.
a little fun question for you is if you could make a roller coaster based off of Easy Life's music, what would it look like?
Oh my God. That's a great question. I love roller coasters. So actually, I don't know if I do. I went to a theme park recently. There's a big theme park near London called Thorpe Park.
Okay.
It's really good. And I went there thinking I'd love it, but I get really scared for the roller coasters, but I do like them. Do you know what I mean? But they're still like hella scary.
Yeah.
Um, so I think anyway, that's a side note. What would our roller coaster look like? Definitely huge with a massive like I like the ones that like drop you. Do you know what I mean? Where you like
Oh
look at
my
the floor.
God.
It's like, definitely just maybe the biggest one in the world of that. It takes you right into the sky and just
Ooh, like
that's
raised
what I'd like to see.
and just like down.
Yeah, it's so scary. Like I hate those ones, but I love them. Do you know what I mean? They're definitely the scariest because they like hold you there for ages, don't they? And then they just drop you. But
Like the anticipation.
yeah, oh, it's awful. I actually hate roller coasters. They're terrifying.
Um, and my last question for you is who are your favorite artists right now?
Oh, that's good. I've been listening to a lot of Dijon. Do you know Dijon?
Yes, I saw him live in May. He was incredible.
Oh, you did? I really want to see him, man. He's sick. I just think that new album is incredible. I've been listening to it like over and over and over. I got pretty obsessed with it. So yeah, I'd have to shout out Dijon for now, but it changes all the time. I've actually got quite into that Harry Styles album, believe it or not. I
Yeah.
never thought I'd be saying that, but I think it's kind of cool. I like how he's like progressed as an artist. But yeah, let's not talk about Harry Styles. Let's talk about Dijon. Yeah, he's sick. He's so sick. That's mad that you saw him. I'm not sure if he's is he coming to England? I hope he is. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Well, technically, I only saw like 2 songs because I went to 2 concerts in one night and he did not have an opener. But
Oh, really? Wow.
fun anyway.
Yeah, he's sick. What's it like live? Is it all live? Does he have his band with him?
Yeah, well, it's like I think it's two other band
Right.
members, and then he just has like his whole like layout of like those like things where you turn a knob like and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
modular synths.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a sick guy. He's so cool. I'd love to meet him, man. I think he's amazing.
A Dijon Easy Life collab would be epic. So
Yeah, maybe. I'll have to hunt him down. I feel like he's quite an elusive guy. Like he keeps himself to himself.
yeah,
I'm just assuming this. I have no idea, but let's see.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me.
Thanks, Sarah.
And I can't wait for this album to be released.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much.